Welcome to your new favorite band, the podcast brought to you by the LA Maybe. And now, your hosts, Dallas Dwight and Drizzle Silvera.
Hey, it's Drizzle Silvera here, and you're watching the next episode of your new favorite band. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. I'm excited about this episode. Dallas, what are we talking about today?
I am here as well. I'm happy to be here. Today we're continuing our mix breakdown series for our debut album, Dirty Damn Tricks. And it is track number 4, She's Reckless.
And Oh, Is She?
Yeah, that's one of the oldest songs, I think, right? There's,
Yeah.
there's only one older, and that would be Peace of Mind, and that's next week. But this was written a couple years before the album, and we decided to add it to the album. So there's some history there. I don't know. What do you have to say about this one? What comes to mind for you?
This one. So you had been doing this riff a specific way, and I didn't really pick up on it because it's so quick, and just kind of like when I learned the riff, I came in and I was like, yeah, no. And you're like, you're chicken picking it? I was like, I don't chicken pick that part. You're like, I go, chicken ticka. And I'm like, I'm just going, chicken ticka. I'm chicken picking it. I got my middle finger just playing along with my pick in the other hand. And you're like, well, we'll see how it sounds together. And
yeah,
it ended up staying that way.
Ended up sounding good. Yeah, and another thing he changed was in the chorus, which we'll dig into the mix here in a second, but we go da-na, da-da-da, da-na, da-da-da, da-na, but you would go da 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 da. So when we went to record it, we added that in there too.
Yeah,
because I was like, wait, you're stopping there? And you were like, yeah, I've always done that. And I was like, I've never heard that ever. So then we started doing that.
Yeah. Sounds
There's
good.
This song doesn't have a lot going on in it. There is one fun story. Rasan came over to record bass, and I ended up getting food poisoning during the bass session. So I'm sitting there recording bass, just sitting there like manning the computer while he's sitting behind me tracking, and I'm just starting to feel like, man, I don't feel so good. Like, I never feel sick, but like this feels weird. Like my stomach hurts. Like I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna have to just tell Rasan to like leave. Like I just need to go lay down or something. And we're in the middle of a take. He's cranking it out, and I just get up and run out of the room.
He's what? He's cranking it out.
He's cranking it out, and I just get up and run to the out of that bedroom into my bedroom into the bathroom, and I don't eat. This is graphic warning here. I don't even make it to the toilet. I just like I was so close to getting there, and it just all came out of my mouth at once. I mean, it was like a shotgun, just like it was so bad, dude. And anyway, it was really bad. I ended up like basically just like losing 24 hours, just like curled up like on the bathroom floor, like kill me. And
it's not funny, but
it's pretty funny. I threw up so hard and so violently. First of all, Rasan could hear me from the other room, and I wish we had him here to talk about it. But I come back in after round 1, and I'm like,
round 1.
Oh, they were like 30 rounds.
It was a 30-round fight,
and I kicked its ass, but it took 30 rounds.
Oh shoot!
But I get back in the other room, and my normal talking voice is not like this. Like, hey, what's up, man? I think I'm probably not gonna be able to finish the session. Like I had just turned my vocal cords inside out. Like just I can't even do it now because I'll mess my voice up. But like, oh dude, I also have my blue milk here for you Star Wars fans.
I got my cup with blue milk. It's mostly Hypnotic with a splash of blue Gatorade.
Nice.
But I don't drink.
Yeah, just Hypnotic.
Just Hypnotic. Yeah.
It's like saying I don't do drugs, just heroin. Oh, okay. So the worst drug.
Yeah, I just really don't trust people who use marijuana. But I'll have a hit of that meth. I'll have a hit of that meth over there.
I don't do drugs, just the odd hit of meth. Wait, what? So anyway, I turned my vocal cords inside out. I lost my voice for like 2 months, dude. I didn't have my voice for like 2 months, and we had a gig.
Damn.
New Year's Eve. This happened like in November, late October or something. And I still couldn't sing by the gig, New Year's Eve, December 31st. Like,
holy shit.
whew, yeah, that was rough. But anyway, we got the bass done. I think it was actually another session though. That one we had to call. But that was for this song. And yeah.
So where did the food poisoning come from? Just
Oh, it was a Wendy's grilled chicken sandwich.
yeah.
So I didn't eat Wendy's for like 3 years. And now I'm okay, but I still will not eat the grilled chicken sandwich. Then a couple years later, I'm sitting down at a restaurant that I guess I shouldn't name. And I order a chicken sandwich because that's like one of my favorite things to get.
Yeah.
And it comes out and I take a bite and I kind of like, you bite the sandwich, you kind of just, set it back a little bit.
Yeah.
And I see the inside is completely raw of the chicken, like pink raw chicken. And I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Needless
Abort!
to say that
Abort!
yeah, the meal was free.
Yeah, she was reckless with
Thankfully.
her chicken.
Yeah, she was very reckless with her chicken. Not something you want to mess around with.
Yeah, poultry, pork, yeah. Any of those.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyways, well.
That's your food poisoning PSA for the day. And before we move on to the actual song, another PSA for you guys. Join our VIP program.
Yes.
Yes. That's
$7
LA maybe.
$7 a month. You get the videos early. They come out 2 days early, correct?
Yes.
2 days early, and you also get a bonus episode at the end of the month. So $7. Also, you will be privy to exclusive merch that comes out from this podcast. So
And the extended episodes as well.
yes.
Yes. So instead of
Extends.
getting the normal free version, which will be like 43 minutes, 44 minutes, whatever it is, 45 minutes, then you'll get the full version, which is usually over an hour. So, and what I found so far recording these, we're only on episode, 4? All the best stuff is in that last.
Yeah.
Because I'm always like, we always get to the end and I'm like, man, I wish this wasn't just for the VIP members. This stuff is so good.
Well, I'm starting to feel like this is the first time where I feel like we're this loose coming into it. So we'll see where it goes.
True,
I mean, it's starting to kind of become a flow.
Yeah. Yeah. We're getting all this worked out as well. So it's coming together.
Yes.
Today, speaking of coming together, we're actually not even in the same program we're usually in, where we have been in Pro Tools so far. Today we are in Ableton Live because
we can.
updates. Yep. So here we are, Ableton Live. We didn't record it in Ableton Live, but we're going to be checking out the mix breakdown in Ableton Live. So, do you want to dive in?
Let's dive in.
All right, cool. Where do you want to start? Just want to hear a couple hits at the beginning?
Yeah, let's hear the drums. Let's start with the
Cool.
drums.
Already off to a great start.
God, those toms.
We also have that organ coming in nice and hot. But you can tell that in the mix. Stare.
It's noticeable when you take it out.
Overshadowed by this lead guitar, which they're hitting the same note. So change up that last live pretty. I do like this Eddie Van Halen like did a little tapping thing, which is really fun. You're going to break down these rhythm guitars.
Let's do it.
So another example of us doing two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So 100% left, that'd be me. 100% right, that'd be you. And so you hear Driz stop.
Also, wanted to point out real quick. Hear how he picks that like
Yeah. You can feel the difference.
Yeah, where
You
mine's
pull it
more
off.
like
Yeah.
fluid, the chicken picking that we were talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Bass, not even doing the riff, just pumping.
Another good example of more than 4 strings.
Yeah. So, same deal there. I'm going to mute these vocals. We have these. This is actually, I believe, a faux slide. If I remember correctly. I don't remember if I retracked them with a slide or if that was the original recording where I did it with a whammy bar.
I think that was definitely retracked when I came.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds like my rig with my slide.
I don't know if you played that or not. Now, this part you definitely did play. And then that's me there. But that part there,
that's the PRS.
Yeah,
that's
chunkiness. I love that. That makes this riff. This is the main riff. And we get to the chorus. Verse rhythm guitars, though. There's some fun stuff going on. So took a page from the Whitesnake book, where they love to have a big riff, and then they'll hold a chord, and then riff, and hold a chord, and then riff, and hold a chord. So that's what we did here. Hold the chord, and then back to the riff. Hold a chord. In the still of the night, I had a woman living around your door. And they go back to riff, right?
Yep.
Like they love doing that. There's so many Whitesnake songs that do that. So we wanted to have something similar to that. So that's kind of what we came up with. Real tight there. And drums, bass, all really tight on that together. Right?
Yep.
Oh, that's not what I want to hear. This is such a fun little lick to bring in the pre-chorus. Rasan actually does double us there. You know what's funny though? He's not. So what we do, it sounds hard, but you're really just pulling off to open strings. So like da 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 da, really easy. But Rasan doesn't do that. He has to phrase it differently. He goes da da doo 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 doo. Like he has to play every fret.
Yeah. Another good example of the Berkeley difference.
The Berkeley difference.
Yeah.
Now we of course have the shakers come in. And Rasan has a really nice bass part here too. And I really like that chromatic walk up to get into the chorus.
Yeah.
Nice. Little catches you off guard a little bit there, I think.
It's a really, I really love this pre-chorus.
You want to hear the whole thing? And we haven't brought on the vocals yet, but we will. We'll get to that in a second. We have kind of the faster delivery vocals there.
Yeah.
Here we go again. I know she's coming for me. I try to stop it, but I can't resist. She's calling for me. Here we go again. I know she's got it for me. 'Cause what I want is what she's got, and what she's got is she's reckless.
Right now, we didn't talk about these verse vocals. There's not a lot to say about them. They're pretty standard.
Another pretty face in a sea of light. She's using poison grace as her alibi. Coming for me, I try to stop.
So there's a lot going on.
Organ sounding nice there. Yeah.
This would be probably, I think, I want to say this might be the most, I think this is the simplest song we have in terms of tracks. Now, of course it is. Again, we're looking at the condensed tracks here. So you're hearing multiple tracks bust down to just these handful here. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tracks. Yeah, so there's not 9 tracks in the song. There's probably 30, 40. But compared to something like Peace of Mind, where there might be 70, Peace of Mind, I think, had the most tracks. When I'm Gone probably had the most. Because the Gospel Choir alone was like 60-something tracks.
Yeah. The gospel was a ridiculous amount of tracks. Yeah.
And then everything else on top of that. There's a lot going on in that song that I can't wait to get to. That's track 6, so it'll be 2 episodes from now. So definitely tune back in for that. But this one's really simple. There's no piano. It's only one track of organ the entire time. You have one bass. You have the drums. The percussion is here, but it's pretty much just the shaker. It's just that shaker in the chorus.
This is a really fun one to play live too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All our songs are fun to play live, but this one's really cool. And going into it, I think what makes it even cooler is how we go into it from Mr. Danger live.
Yeah, it's a seamless transition.
Oh, very seamless. Yeah.
So straight from Mr. Danger to this one, which I believe we talked about that in the Mr. Danger breakdown.
Yeah, I believe we hinted on it a little bit. Yeah.
So shall we dive into the chorus here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want to take a listen to the parts first or the whole thing or what?
Chorus. Well, drums are pretty basic on this one. So yeah, let's listen to like just the string sections. So us, bass, and drums. And then throw in the keys. Let's say throw in the keys afterwards. Like take them in and out so you can actually hear the difference that the keys make.
Let's take a listen.
This is pre-chorus.
Oh, so the shaker drops out. So it's only in the pre-chorus, and then the very, very last chorus. I remember that. So that's that stop we were talking about with you guys at the beginning of the episode, where we used to just play that middle part like this. But now it changed to at the halfway point, which is pretty cool. Now, something I added is a little funky lead. I love adding leads. A lot of our songs, you'll find this to be true in the choruses especially. There's some sort of sneaky guitar part going on that you don't immediately hear, but it adds a lot to it. That's that little kind of highway star, I think, inspired that.
Gotcha.
And there's also an octave of that.
So live, I play the lower one.
Right. I do the higher one, and then Rasan does it too. And drums, I think they're just chilling.
Yeah.
So all together. A little turnaround that brings us back into the next part. Let's talk about these vocals, because there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Lead first.
She's reckless and she's got money to burn. She's got $1 million smile, but she can't seem to learn. She's restless, living a life on the street. It's a city of angels, but it's the devil she needs. Yeah!
Nice screaming sound there. And then these backing vocals. These were all me, actually. It's a low octave, for pretty much the whole thing, which is pretty standard for us.
Yep.
And then there's one reckless, like a higher one.
She's reckless and she's got money to burn. She's got $1 million smile.
And you also hear Alvy in there as a double to himself.
Gotcha.
So he's the higher version you're hearing there.
But she can't seem to learn. She's restless, living a life on the street. It's the city of angels, but it's the devil she needs.
And let him do the yeah by himself.
It's the devil she needs. Yeah!
Right, that keeps it all together.
Angels, but it's the devil she needs. Yeah!
What is this little slide here in the guitar? Is that what that is? So these guitar tones again are the same for the most part throughout the whole album, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Remind us of yours.
Yeah, so for this, I'm using the Fender Blues Deluxe reissue with a Wazacraft blues driver on the custom circuit. Mm-hmm. And on this song, I used my Paul Reed Smith S2 Studio.
That's the blue one, right?
That's the blue one. Yeah, it was kind of greenish, yeah.
And I'm using the Les Paul we call Tiger, I believe, on this song, through a Marshall AFD 100. So it's getting a nice, crispy left side for you. Holding down the left side of things.
She's got a switchblade smile, cutting me like a knife.
And again, wouldn't be an LA Maybe song if we didn't change the second one somehow. So we changed that.
Just a little bit, yeah.
I'll take the vocals out so you can hear exactly what's going on. And then this comes in with an octave.
That's funny because, like, now that I hear that, I didn't realize you were on the neck pickup when you did that.
Yeah, do you hear that slide?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, I used to play it just literally up an octave. And I was laying awake one night thinking about that part, and I was like, I bet I could move that first string down here and slide in the middle of it and then have a cool tone.
That's funny because I actually haven't heard that specific track isolated. So yeah, that's cool.
So if we listen to the guitars together, it's just a little subtle thing that adds a little bit of, enhancement. Shaker comes in. Now here's another little thing I added. A little fill, not much going on there. And once again, the second one's going to change. Second pre-chorus is different from the first. So we made the lead vocals and the lyrics and stuff sync to that. So if we put those together. Right. And on the topic of lyrics, I remember writing these lyrics in a Chipotle parking lot because I had the demo, the instrumental demo for a long time, and I would just drive around listening to it. And I was like stuck on the lyrics and couldn't really think of what to do. And eventually one day I had a break between like lessons or something. And I just pulled into Chipotle. I didn't even eat, just was parked there listening to the song, like writing lyrics down, writing. Yep. I ended up finishing them there. So that's how that came about, which is kind of funny.
Here we go.
No food poisoning.
No food poisoning from Chipotle. Good job, guys. Wendy's. Not.
Dude, that's freaking up. Like,
Not
it's not
good.
funny, but it's like
It's really funny. That's not funny. It's
didn't
really
even
funny.
make it to the toilet.
Yeah, well, thankfully. Yeah, I mean, it was like a shotgun blast, dude. It probably would have been less messy if I stood in front of the toilet and someone just hit me in the back of the head with a shotgun. Like, that would have been less messy over that toilet than, I mean, dude, it was messed up.
Someone Courtney loved you.
Yeah, exactly.
She's reckless and she's got money to burn. She's got $1 million smile, but she can't seem to.
Here's the stop.
She's restless, living a life
By the way, editing these podcasts, I realized when we like play along to it or like mime or lip sync, it's like not quite in sync because of internet latency or whatever.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that's really funny. Or USB latency or whatever. I guess we're not on the internet here, but. Then we get to solo numero uno. Of course, it changes key. We have this nice lead part that you might not immediately hear, but before we listen to that, let's listen to the rhythm guitars and how they change. We'll get to that tone change in a minute. Leads.
Gotta love that one.
A lot of sus 2 chords in there.
Yeah.
And then the solo with a Paul Gilbert inspired lick in the middle of it. A little bit of delay there.
Nice sounds. Nice sounds.
Again, nothing going on here. We have the lead guitar, the rhythm guitar, the solo, so those stacks of guitars, and then bass and drums. That's it. Let's take a listen to bass and drums, see what they're jamming on. There's no shaker, no organ even there. I love the slow slides, and I believe the guitars do those slow slides as well.
Yeah.
We're not going to hear it, though, because your telly is baked in there.
Yes.
So tell us about that tone.
Yeah, that was a fun tone. That one again it sounds telly-ish, but that was the S2 Studio.
Mm-hmm.
But it got that telly tone because I split the humbucker in the bridge and combined it with my neck, which is again is that middle position. You think it's Strat, but it's not. And and then I'm pretty sure that we killed the drive pedal.
Yeah,
that was just my amp with that guitar, just nothing, literally nothing on it. That's it.
And we probably dialed the gain and stuff back.
I don't
clean.
I don't think so. I think that's how my amp was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So the Blues Driver's doing that much work?
It sounds like it's doing a ton of work, but it's really, when it's on the edge that much, it doesn't take much to really push it that much more.
We're back into the pre-chorus here, which is a fun little arrangement thing. You would expect another verse or maybe a chorus, but we go back to the pre-chorus. Good scream there. All the instruments kind of get together on that.
Max Stank.
And I love your part there. You go bum, 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 all the way up. So you go, and I go, wow, and together it's like all this like crazy sound. Organ. Perfect. Bass. Standard. Shaker and tambourine here, I believe. No, just the shaker, but we did the one of those.
Yeah.
And drums. I love the simplicity of that. I don't know what happened. Ooh, nice drum fill. I love the simple ones.
Yep.
Nice. And I think bass kind of syncs up with that.
Want to know what's funny? Is that floor tom you just hear? Every time you hear floor tom in that album, that's this actual mic I'm talking through right now.
Nice.
This mic.
Yeah, I love when the bass syncs with the fill. And then so together. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Something magical happened with this shaker, and I can't explain it. It's only in the chorus of this song, because so far it's only been in the pre-choruses. And when it got to the chorus, when Foz was doing the shaker, there was one moment where I heard it have this groove that like was just, I don't know how it got. It was like something, it wasn't anything he did. It was just some little magic twist of the shaker or something that happened. And so I copied just that and looped it. So it has this like this kind of like vibe to it.
Anytime you make train sounds.
It has this like really weird groove that's awesome.
Yeah. You had me at chugga chugga choo choo.
Chugga chugga chugga. It is gonna have a train vibe. You're right.
Yeah.
We add that to the drums and the bass, and we get a nice. So again, it's interesting that we take. You see, this is your shaker track here. You see, here's clearly a pre-chorus, which means these are choruses, no shaker. But then we have pre-chorus and chorus. So the shaker's in the last chorus. So it gives that last chorus an extra little boost, extra little funness. These are words we use to describe music, people.
Tiny bit of
Funness.
Tabasco.
Other than that, it's pretty normal chorus. We do repeat it, though, and we change the lyrics there. Here comes the repeat. Some good attitude in the vocals there.
She's got $1 million smile. She never fucking lies. She's restless.
I wanted to listen to this in particular.
$1 million smile. She never fucking
Washy.
She's
Yeah, that's nice.
What do you think it's like?
What
But
else
it's
did
a
I hear?
washy.
Yeah.
$1 million smile. She never fucking lies. She's restless.
Oh, yeah. Rasan's bass here. Again, awesome bass fills in the final choruses. Good job, Burke. But the best one's right here. Oh, that one. That one.
So good.
Yeah. Doop 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 bo.
Rasan. Yeah.
And even hits that double bump, 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 bump. Ah, tasty.
She's restless. She's got no one to blame. She's careening, tossing, and
And the high harmony stays a little bit longer there at the end.
she's careening, tossing, and but I can't look away.
Look away.
Yep. Oh, I forgot to mention these solos. All these solos in this song. We have this one, this one, this one, and then the final solo, which we'll listen to in a second. Those were all actually my Kemper.
Yeah, it's
That
awesome.
was not actually the rhythm amp. The rhythm amp was up here. And that's just because they were recorded a while ago before we went back and redid everything. And I started listening to them and I was like, they sound good and they're fine. And I don't want to retrack them. I don't want to mess with them. They're kind of the way I wanted them.
Yeah.
So we left them. That's the only thing we left for any of the old songs we had before.
Like we said a while back, if it sounds good, it sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this would be up there as maybe one of the more difficult solos to play in this album, I would say. Do you want to listen to the whole thing here? It's kind of long.
Let's do
Also,
it.
wah pedal. Also, that was just straight up inspired by Back in Black, you know.
Yeah.
Wow, out of the sack. We took that same idea. Let me get them all together here and you'll hear. Foz does a crazy fill. And then we go into a nice double time. Maybe Paradise City-ish, whatever.
Yeah, very, very.
Nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to recheck that either.
Yeah, nice delays and stuff, courtesy of Machine as well. Rasan has a really cool bass fill at the end of this too. That. Yeah. So the rhythm guitar for this is actually like a pretty cool riff unto itself. It's a pretty nuts riff.
Yeah.
If we just take out the solo, you'll hear some craziness here. Where's the solo? Let's take it out here. Now, the way the song used to end is da-da-da-da-da-da.
That was it.
And that was it. But we added... a little more rock and roll.
Yeah.
And the drums change.
So from punk to rock and roll at the end,
yeah. I love snare, tom. And just a really tight guitar hit at the end, courtesy of your boys.
Your boys.
Wow.
It's like trying to do the circle with my finger. It just looks like it's going up and down. I'm in your shot.
That's awesome. Okay, so there you go. The Ableton breakdown to rival all Ableton breakdowns.
Yep.
I think it's time for some
Seen
Blue
it
Milk.
first here. Blue Milk. Space Cows.
Blue Milk, cheers.
There we go.
That was a good solid sound.
It was very solid, but the 40 dBs of rejection. Rejection. But the 40 dBs of rejection behind these microphones, I don't know.
Yeah.
Might pick up a little bit.
That's what I look for in a microphone.
Yeah.
All right. What thoughts you have on this beast of a song that is somehow still so simple in the tracking process?
It was so simple. Like this one was a blip. Like when it comes to all the other songs, just because we've been playing this one, we all knew it. Didn't
need a lot of changing.
Really did. It was a complete song.
Little stuff,
so yeah.
So that was and it happened real fast.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything.
There were just some little drizzleisms that were sprinkled on top.
Yep.
And then just a couple like restructuring things on drums.
Drisms.
Just tiny, drisms. some sweet drisms were added to this song,
Dude, look. I mean, this is my ring.
That's what happens when a fake Viking makes Viking jewelry.
Look at this. It's in 2 pieces now. I lost a ring. Also, it's turning my finger blue.
Oh.
Tell the good folks listening about how hard I am on jewelry.
Oh man. Okay, so for a while, Dallas drove most of the time, and literally half the time we'd be driving to a gig.
Yeah.
be sitting there fixing his jewelry that had fallen apart from the previous gig. Necklaces, chains.
So if you go back and watch the Mr. Danger video, I had this really awesome layered necklace. It looked great. I loved it. But it wasn't mega high quality. And it got shredded like after the first day of shooting with it. So you put it back together on the way to a gig, the Steel Panther gig.
Yes.
And it didn't survive the first Steel Panther gig out of 3.
Nope.
So,
yep. Nope. It didn't yet.
So what happened was like part of it came undone and it was dangling and there was like one part left. So I just grabbed it and just ripped it and just pulled it off. And it was left somewhere on the stage, I think. But now I still have the owl. He's hanging out. He's a good friend of the band.
You better knock on some wood, dude.
This one seems to be a little better, but yeah, you're right. And I have a wolf that is like not exactly the right size. So, man, this was cool too.
Yeah,
I got to wear it for like one gig. One gig.
Was it one gig?
It was one gig.
Was it one gig?
Yeah,
dude.
My
if
jewelry
I had $1
has
for
a
every pair of jewelry you've owned that only lasted one gig. I'd have like $30, maybe 40.
My chain though, it broke, but then we fixed it and it's been doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wallet chain, I mean.
Yep.
Because what happens is I was wearing it on my right side and it would get stuck in my guitar strap and the button and all that stuff. And I moved my guitar a lot, so it would pull and jerk and it got pulled that way.
You borderline throw your guitar, but it doesn't go anywhere because it's strapped to you, yeah.
Yeah. And now I moved the chain to the left side, though, which is a game changer, dude.
Yeah. I definitely felt my 335 style guitar leave my body several points last night.
Yeah, that's good. That's how it's supposed to be. I love that.
Well, there goes my guitar. Oh, here it comes back. Yeah.
We need one of those Buckethead bungee straps. Have you seen those? The strap is like, I guess, bungee material.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you can adjust it.
He would shred
live,
and he would throw his guitar to the ground. It wouldn't hit the ground, and then it would snap back up to him, and he'd like, dude, it was so cool.
Okay, I'm thinking of it.
It's like a bungee cord, Hair like boop, like that. It was like that, but I guess it was a strap. It was crazy. Buckethead's pretty insane though.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
yeah.
So we have a video for this one, but it's just a lyric video. I actually made that lyric video. It took a long time. It took so long, dude. Those lyric videos take so long. I made that one and Peace of Mind.
I love this, just the constant pulsing, like red and like
Yeah, it's pretty intense with all the like impacts and crazy stuff. And I'm not a wizard with After Effects, and that was all in After Effects. So I was like having to learn After Effects while I did that. And like, if I knew After Effects, it would have been a lot better, but I got through it.
Yeah, and then
it was hard enough to get it.
And Photoshop. And
dude, yeah. I'm the computer boy. So if you need something done on a computer, I'm your guy.
I'm the analog man, on the other hand.
And the live man.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to touch
Actually, I take that back. I'm tech savvy.
Yeah.
You put me behind a good console too. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm having a moment, just losing my.
I can figure out stuff, computer, digital console, kind of. Analog console, no idea. No idea.
Dude, analog console, like everything's in front of you. That's like, it's like so easy.
Yeah.
And then layers. You get into the layers.
I have no idea, dude. I also don't like live sound. It's like the last thing I'd want to do.
Oh, really? You don't say.
It's so stressful, dude. It's so stressful.
Dude, okay, so I will say, like, I would have known you were a studio engineer, like, just the second I met you. Mm-hmm. And I've been live. So going from live to studio, I really like that route because you learn how to like just get it done, like right, like go to get it done. Go, patch, get all your shit done. But I think between your experience in the studio, my somewhat experience studio broadcast mixing, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then and live, tons and tons of live. Our two experiences coming together, me being able to communicate and do what we need to do live, and then your programming, like the stuff we're doing for our show right now, is absolutely. I mean, do you want to go into that at all? Like what?
Yeah,
what
sure. I mean,
it'd
be funny to go into that now and then realize, and 6 months from now it didn't work. We'd look back on this like, ugh.
Hey, our audience will learn with us.
Yeah. Well, what we're trying to do, and versions of this have been done before, is we're trying to essentially automate a lot of our show because we are a really small operation. We don't have a team of people to bring with us to do all these tasks like run lights, run sound, help us with guitar patches and all these different kinds of things that are going on. So we were trying to think about like, how can we do all this, but also still play the show? So basically, how can we make all this do itself? How can we make the front of house mixing board mix itself without us touching it and get it perfect? How can we make the lights sync to everything we're doing perfectly and never mess up? And so that's what we're working on now. And it's working so far. So we still have a long way to go, but we're basically essentially programming our entire show. Yeah. And it's going to be an awesome show. It's going to be really tight. And all the elements we're trying to add in there are going to make the show as a whole, I think, a lot better.
Well, the thing I'm excited about is just being able to like really be out there with the folks,
right?
The fans, be out there as opposed to I'm out there for a little bit, then I got to come back into patch change world and blah blah blah.
Yeah, tap dancing,
yeah, and start
Same.
And sure, yeah, tap dancing is one button with the pedals we're using, but still, it still is a big deal.
Yeah,
like if I have to leave, like we're doing something cool and I have to leave because I gotta change. So
or like the other night, I was fixing something. I was doing something on my board at a moment where we're supposed to come together.
Yeah,
so I was like late getting there.
Yeah.
So it's just like you wouldn't have to worry about that because the pedals and boards and stuff we're using, we have them set up so they're going to do all their changes exactly when they're supposed to happen to the millisecond without us touching them.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of funny, and I say to be out there as much. The people in the crowd are longing to be up there with you as a part of it, and so and we're trying to reach out and essentially touch everyone. Yeah.
Gross. Giggity.
Giggity. Yeah.
But
I said it.
Figuring this stuff out has been really fun. I'm the kind of person that I get obsessed about like a thing. Mm-hmm. So like this is the thing right now. So when I start thinking about it, I'm dreaming about it. I'm laying up and I wake up at 4 a.m. like, what if I blah, 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 like write that down. I'll do that tomorrow. Like that kind of stuff. So that's, that's how a lot of this stuff on the record happened.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching the latest episode of your new favorite band. This is the end of the free content.
But if you want to unlock the full uncut versions of every episode, head over to lamaybe.com/VIP and sign up for our membership. For $7 a month, you'll get extended episodes of our podcast, a bonus episode every month, plus exclusive merch. You'll also be supporting us and helping us continue to stay on the road and make new music. And for that, we're eternally grateful. So thank you.